Hey, listen, I quit. Yeah, I'm going into stocks.
Name of the game. Move the money from your client's pocket into your pocket.
But if you can make your client's money at the same time, it's advantageous to everyone, correct?
No one is paying attention.
It's unbelievable.
Have to act now.
God, this is intimate. I feel like I'm financially inside of you or something.
Okay.
I have 5 houses and a condo.
I'm considering going long on April wheat. What do you think, Valentine?
Okay, so welcome guys to the channel. Once again, if you haven't seen my other videos, don't forget to check them out. If you're new to my channel, here's where we use market profile to determine the best ways to trade. Right now, we do know, of course, that there are an awful lot of people out there who are looking at more archaic ways of trading the market. We think that you got to move with the times, you got to get to the future. We have markets that are hugely algorithmic, there are a lot of statistical benchmarks, and market profile help us determine that. We also think that it's important to start the conversation, which is, you know, what's the best way to trade? We all do this because we want to make money, and we can't keep sticking with the old narratives that we know don't work. So we need to start looking at new ideas. Market profile has been in the institutional game for a long time, and if these traders are using this stuff to succeed, then everyone should be. Right? We know that not a lot of people know about market profile, but we are all in the business of pushing this to the forefront. Right, so in my videos, you're going to see I cover the assets I look at. I show you what I'm trading, how I'm doing it, how to diversify using your market profile, how to look at different kind of trade opportunities. There is a lot to exploit. We have a focus on longer term profiles, so we look at stuff that's on a week to week basis. You know, even if we're looking at daily profiles, you know, the idea is to be able to trade within one viewfinder. Right, so I don't necessarily have to be doing a top-down analysis. I can get my top-down analysis right here. If I'm looking at my profile, I can actually see where we are week to week, so I get the longer macro picture. I can also see the intraday moves, like the value trades, where bids are stacking, offers are stacking, and so on. So I have a very, very holistic view of trading the markets, which allows me to diversify my portfolio in a market that is highly correlated. It's really difficult to do, and it's one of the things that we try and teach traders about, and it's one of the things that I do, and I show you how I do that when I put out these videos. Right, so once again, welcome to the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, stick around. I'm sure you get a lot of value here. I think it's time we start having real conversations about trading, and everything you see me do here will be about the practical aspect of trading. No fancy fanfare business, you know, I'm not making TikToks, you know, none of that stuff. It's just how we trade. Wins, losses, good, the bad, the lot of it. That's what we're all trying to do here. I have a greater philosophy in terms of how we supposed to invest in markets. For example, I sell option premium, which is a good steady way to collect income. So the more money you make, you can do that. Again, if you have excess capital, maybe you're an entrepreneur, you run a business, you can sell premium, right? So from selling premium, you get steady income, which means that your leverage trading doesn't have to be stressful. You can trade smaller sizes, and it all adds up. At the end of the week, it's a good payoff. Your leverage trades are paying off. Your option rights are paying off. If you're a trader who likes to take more risk, leverage trades are the way forward. However, you want to make sure that your overall income status is not affected because you like to trade leverage assets. So it's little things that you have to kind of bear in mind, that look, trading is about being able to allocate in an efficient way so that you can always be maximizers on a week-to-week, day-to-day basis. Remember, most of these markets are about volatility. Sometimes it's going to be no volatility. It's nothing. There's no way you're going to make any money. It's just dead, right? You're going to be fighting directional trades, whatever. But again, if you're a stock trader, you don't want to hear this, right? Because in equities, there's volatility day to day. You got scanners, you find stuff. It's a little bit different. But if you're a forex trader or a futures commodity trader, you really have to take this into consideration. We do know, of course, crude oil, gold, they get a lot of movement during the day, but fighting for directional trades is hard. So you have to have a more long-term approach, but being able to capitalize on intraday volatility. And in these videos, I show you how to do that. All right, so let's take a look at what we're doing now. Okay, so obviously I've been running a few videos, you know, over the past couple of days, weeks. I put out regular content. So what you can see here is that I'm structurally bullish on the Aussie. One of the things I do before I approach the profile is I structurally determine what my bias is, and I'm long-term biased long on the Aussie, which means any down plays I look to buy dips. There are a lot of good bearish opportunities. These are weekly profiles, so we're talking quite a few ticks. I mean, this one alone is 105, right? So again, there are a lot of opportunities. However, I look to buy the dips. So once again, I was bullish on the Aussie, waiting for that dip to come in, bought long against the bid stack and value, and now we're tracking upwards. I'm expecting a gap fill, trade into offers, maybe a washout. If that happens, we're going to catch value high. So it's going to be a big move. So I'm bracing myself for a potential big move in the Aussie. So it looks like a metals play, and when you see some of my other positions, you would see that. All right, so again, crude oil, I am structurally bullish as well. So again, that's a commodity play with crude, Aussie, New Zealand, they all tend to rhyme the Kiwi. So again, dollar CAD, you're going to see correlations, right? So crude oil is a little bit bullish at the moment. We got a competitive buyer bid stack here, slight pullback, great buy opportunity, looking for us to push some range, right? We've got an offer stack up here, so we're looking at least 77, I think. So if we do get the upside, that's where head needs to be. Of course, there is an opportunity to trade back to the liquidity highs and then maybe see some stop hunts, etc. But I think all in all, our focus should be trying to get good positions. I've been long into the pullback, so the moment we dipped into value low, it became a buying opportunity for me. I didn't even wait. Obviously, we traded up, we're pulling back. No need to get nervous. Structurally, as long as your bias is intact, you're going to be able to chase some good opportunities. We've got a small offer stack up here, but again, if we do get a washout, I'm expecting traders to cover and get out of those positions. So it's just going to add fuel to the fire. The S&P 500, I've been structurally bullish on it, even though we're tracking back a little bit at market open. But again, we're pre 4 p.m. GMT, which means that, of course, all British summertime, because I'm in London, which means that the Americans are yet to play their 10 o'clock hand, or the golden hour as they call it in the stock world. So again, we're waiting to see how that plays out. I'm expecting a washout to the upside, but again, just bear in mind, we've had a nice little stack here, an offer stack. So if we pull back, I mean, there's not a lot of bids holding this up. The R&W period prints are competitive buyers, but again, if we dip to the underside, I'll look to buy the dip. I am structurally bullish. Again, if I'm wrong, what the hell? We go to 3990. It's life. It will be just a trade that I'll cover. I'm well diversified, as you can see from my portfolio just flashed up on the screen. All right, so again, no concerns there. Right, I'm structurally bullish on the S&P. In fact, I have a long position on the S&P from what you can see. And again, you can see my portfolio is quite well balanced, right? I'm not negative. I'm just right now just riding the waves, right? So gold, again, this looks like an interesting value trade. We've checked up there. We've fell back a little bit. We're still within this value. For me, there's no real gold trade at the moment. With lots of volatility. I did say that last week, that just prepare for gold volatility. Don't touch it. It's inside value. Whenever we open inside value, we know these are not the assets that we want to chase. We want to focus on assets that don't open inside value, that are giving us advantageous positions, right? So at the moment, I'm reserving judgment on gold. I'm structurally bullish. I think it's the last leg. We're going to 2,400 an ounce. If it doesn't happen, fair dues. We have a nice little bid stack here. We had a lot of volume chasing. So until we're trading, in my opinion, we're back out under this zone, right? It's a buy the dip opportunity. I do think there's a case here for an 1800 dip because we have a gap in value. And as you can see, gaps in values don't stick around for long. So definitely there's some bear opportunities coming in gold. So I'll pay attention to that. Cable, of course, we're bullish. I've got a long position on cable. I'm structurally bullish on this one. I think at least 130s in the cards. We do have an offer stack here. We had a major pullback and I was advocating for buying the dip. We're recovering, gap in value. We know we're going to trade this. We just don't know when. So let's see how we play this out this week. It could be an early move back into this value. Then it all starts looking very different. So great opportunity here. For those of you who paid attention to what was going on, the aggressive pullback was an opportunity to buy the dip. That's the beauty about market profile, guys. You can see the competitive initiating buy. You can see the value low trade. Again, you can see that even though the price action was deceiving enough to think that we're going to get continuation this week, we got a lot of low liquidity here. I mean, we've got to deal with this first, and we got an offer stack, and then we have a gap in value. So it made sense to be long. Again, it could be a nice move. Even if you react to the offer stack and you take profits, it's a good move to the upside. Dollar yen, I'm structurally bullish, so I've got a long position on dollar versus yen. So it kind of acts as well as a hedge, right? So I do think the yen is going to get incredibly weak. It's going to be the dog of the show. However, it made sense to obviously be long some risk assets and then hedging with safe haven dollar, and of course beat the dog, which is the weakest, right? So which is the yen. So if I was going to sell the yen, I was going to pick that against the dollar, because even if the dollar does go down against other pairs, it's likely the dollar yen will hold up. We've done a complete value trade top to bottom. We're still trading inside value. We got a gap now to the downside, so some more volatility to come, but I think this is a good bid stack. So even if we track back to fill this, I would look for an upside break soon enough, right? So it could be a good position to add into. Dollar CAD, I've always been bearish, you guys know that. On the filling the gap, that was a nice little gap trade, sell, and we're going down again. So I've already got my short position on dollar CAD. We got a nice little offer stack here. I don't think we're going to beat that. Again, we have another topside offer stack, so there's a lot of sell pressure in my opinion. The bid stacks here minimal, so this is the key support where bid stacks are lodged. So again, I'm expecting that we are going to see some more bearish activity. We do have a bid stack here as well, so we're going to fill this gap in value at the very least, and I will pause and wait for a reaction. I won't short it here. So if you're not short from the upside, then don't short it here, basically. Not financial advice, guys, of course. It's just what I would do. Bitcoin, again, I did say to you guys, looks like a value trade. I'm structurally bullish on Bitcoin. I was waiting for lower prices. I just don't trust Bitcoin at the moment. It is a highly volatile asset and it needs to drop further for it to be of interest to me. There's been a lot of movement. I think this is a great buy level, but we've already seen a responsive buyer. So that could be a key sign, right? Again, it's just how confident you were playing into what we call minus development, or I hear some people steal the name of fair gap value, or something like that. Fair gap, trading fair gaps, fair gap value, or value fair gap, whatever. But basically we're talking about minus development or market profile when we get a huge spike up. A lot of buyers will be lodged here, so very strong order flow. Trading back into that tends to draw in a lot of buyers again. So fair enough, fair value gap, I suppose. But in my opinion, it has always been called minus development, but there you go. Sterling yen, big move to the upside. I always like the volatility on sterling yen. I'm long this, so we got a nice little push. I expect this to correlate with cable. It's about a 90% correlation sterling yen, sterling dollar, so it's a good opportunity to be long. Structurally, I think against the longer macro, we're in a third wave move. So guys, again, if you don't know any of this stuff, I've got a ton of content on how to build structure. Again, I would implore you guys, check out the Discord server. You'd learn a lot in there, right? It's amazing community going on in there. You'll learn a lot. I do all my post updates, tidy, decent area, so check it out. Again, if you want to learn more about this stuff, I do one-on-one tuition with guys. I've got a lot of free content as well. So again, it's just an opportunity for you guys to kind of expose yourself to what really works, in my opinion, in markets. So again, like I said, I'm structurally bullish on this one. It's a third wave move. So, and we wait and see. So that's kind of how I'm positioned this week. It's Monday, so we're expecting a lot of jostling. Monday is always like that. Again, in my option positions, talking about option rights. So as you can see, I am selling premium on some of my positions at the moment. So you can actually see that I am in the Shopify 60 puts. Obviously it's just seesawing. I've got contracts on the go, so I was selling on the way down. So again, this is going to be my collects. Hopefully we can start to touch out these lows again if we get a bit bullish on Shopify. So I like to sell puts, so I've got a position on those puts there. I'm also selling the where are we, the 60 puts on, so those are the June 16th, I believe. I'm in on the June 16th as well. Or is it the 25 days? Yeah, it's the 25-day 60 puts. There you go. So I am short these as well. Again, I just like to add as I go, right? So again, even if we pick some more upside, just an opportunity to sell more premium, right? And, collect credit. So again, this is how I manage overall. So I just thought I'd show you, get you guys a little snippet into that, just so you can get the picture. And I don't normally post this on the Discord, for example, so guys can see, you know, how Options Right works. And I have a course getting released on options soon. I think it's really important, but not options in just buying calls and buying puts and all that. Selling premium is a great way to generate income, and it's an opportunity for us to talk about that in future videos. But once again, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe. If you think it's of value, I mean, don't do it if you don't think this video is valuable to you. Absolutely not. But again, if you think you've learned something, or you think there's more to learn, or there's a reason to check out what I'm doing, then like and subscribe so you can get those notifications when I do post videos out, right? But once again, like I said, welcome to the channel, and till my next video, guys, adios.
Hey, listen, I quit. Yeah, I'm going into stocks.
Name of the game. Move the money from your client's pocket into your pocket.
But if you can make your clients money at the same time, it's advantageous to everyone, correct?
No.
No one is paying attention.
It's unbelievable.
Have to act now.
God, this is intimate. I feel like I'm financially inside of you or something.
Okay.
I have 5 houses and a condo.
I'm considering going long on April week. What do you think, Valentine?